welcome back to Tell the Truth channel. Please like, share my content on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and what other content that y'all go on. I appreciate that very much. I am in Jesus and Jesus is in me. All right. I want to make a part 2 to the part 1 of the video that I was talking about as I was speaking to my Father's workers, Starseeds, and the chosen ones. Now, I want to make this very clear to y'all on what I'm saying here. Now, when y'all say y'all work for God, therefore, that means you have to put God first. In everything, He comes first. You don't decide for God to choose you to do His will, and then as soon as you do His will, you turn around and you betray Him, just like Judas. And that's what y'all do. Y'all want God to choose y'all, and He choose y'all. Then y'all turn around and betrayed Him, just like Judas did. And you don't think He know that? He knows it. He knows it. Because if y'all really work for God, y'all will give y'all all to God. And if you need anything from God, you will go to God. Because like God say, if you need anything from me, you ask me in my name, and I will receive it to you. I will give it to you. But you have to ask in my name. So when you ask Jesus something in His name, therefore, you will receive it from Jesus when you ask in His name. That's all you have to do, is go to Him. Get on your knees and talk to God and tell Him what you need. But when you do, you say, God, I come to you in your name and asking you for what I need in your name. Because you say, if we need anything, to come to you in your name and ask in your name, and we will receive. That's how that works. So if y'all say y'all work for God, y'all would have been coming to God for whatever y'all need. Y'all would have been coming to God instead of going to man and asking man to give you what you want when you know you're working for the Lord, when you should have been coming to the Lord and asking the Lord for what you need instead of going to man. So you just let God know right there that man come before Him. Because if man didn't, y'all would have came to the Father instead of going to the man. And y'all would have got on y'all knees and said, Father, I need. And when you tell the Father you need what you need, He say, ask me in my name, and you will receive when you ask in my name. And that's all y'all had to do, is go to God and tell Him what you need. And He would have gave it to you. But you have to ask in His name, because He just not going to give it to you. If you don't ask Him in His name, He's not going to give it to you. But when you ask in His name, He will give it to you, and you will receive. That's how that goes. But you got to put God first. You don't put God second, last, and third. You put God first. Before anything, God come first before your children's. God come first before your husband. God come first before your boyfriend and your girlfriend. God come first in everything that you do in your lives. God come first. And that's what y'all got to realize. When you put God first, God will help you through all your situations that you go through. When you put Him first. But when you put Him third, fourth, and fifth, no, You're not going to get nothing from God because God already know that other things come first in y'all life than He supposed to always come first in y'all lives, regardless of what y'all go through. God come first. God know all of our situations. He know what we go through. He know what we need. But He ready for y'all to come and ask. Because like He say, if you come and ask Him in His name, then you will receive in His name when you ask. That's how that works. That's how y'all got to understand things. Going out here asking for man to give y'all when man got to go to God. Man got to go to God and ask God for what they need in order to receive. They got to go to God too, because they not going to get nothing if they don't go to God and ask God for what they need. They have to do that too. See, y'all got to understand that. You don't get nothing without God, because God is the one that give us what we need. If it wasn't for God, we wouldn't have nothing, not even a world. We wouldn't even have our earthly families if it wasn't for God. That's what y'all got to understand. God does everything for us. All the food, the clothes, the roof on y'all heads, everything that y'all need, it got to pass through God before you get what you need. It got to go through God. And if God decides to sign off of it, that's when He signed off on it. You got to get the permission from God to sign off for anything that we need. You got to get permission from God, because you don't get it if you don't ask. So when you go to God and you say, God, I need in your name, God, I need, Father, in your name. And when you ask, God will receive and give you, because you ask in His name. And when He say you ask in His name, you will receive. But you got to go to Him and ask. That's what y'all got to understand. That's what you got to understand. So if you claim that you love God, God will always come first in your life before anything in your life. God will come first. Because y'all know that God is a jealous God. And He's not going to just accept anything that y'all decide y'all want to do and put them or whatever y'all want to put before Him. Y'all know God don't like that, because y'all know God is a jealous God. And He don't play them games. Y'all know that. Y'all know that. So that's why y'all need to, get with the program. Because if you decide you work with God, then work with God. Don't put man before God. Because if it wasn't for God, man wouldn't be here. None of us wouldn't be here if it wasn't for God. That's the thing y'all got to understand. God comes first in everything. And that's what y'all got to realize. So, that's what I wanted to talk to y'all about. That's the second part to the part one. This is the part two. So I just want y'all to realize the difference. Don't sit here and say, I work for God, and then go to man. You don't work for God. If you put man before God, you don't work for God. So, that's what I wanted to say to y'all. Thank y'all for listening to me. Jesus love you. Father love you. The Holy Ghost, the angels, the ancestors, and I love y'all. And I will be back to talk to y'all again soon. Y'all have a good day and a blessed day.